is finally the Spoopy Month, and this year I have something special planned. We have multiple rampant repaint episodes focusing on a specific group of dinosaurs. Dinosaurs you've all been patiently waiting for. Ladies and gentlemen, this is Space Pirate Month. Now, if you recall, I already did a Maximus repaint last year. But if you also recall, I was not happy with the repaint. I mean, I was happy, but I wasn't 100% satisfied with the final result. The orange was way too dark, and the black was way too prominent, which made it look like a Triceratops version of the black T-Rex. A black Triceratops, if you will. But since I already did a repaint on this guy, it means that just to make him perfect, I would have to put in the minimal amount of effort, and this would probably be the shortest video. Therefore, I would make it the first video. So if it wasn't obvious by now, this week we are going to be repainting Maximus to be a little more faithful to the original source material. As I've stated before, Maximus's orange is the same as Chomp's, maybe even a bit lighter. And instead of his skin being jet black, it's actually more of a soft grayish, like a fine line between gray and black. So the first thing I did was acquire the right colors for this repaint, this re-repaint. After testing to see if Mandarin was a better substitute than the original orange I used, I began painting all of the orange patterns I painted on previously with the new Mandarin color. It may not be as bright as Chomp's orange, but you can already see the difference is a lot better. As for replacing the black, I was originally going to use wrought iron, but that one, after a bit of testing as well, didn't seem right. So I eventually decided to dry brush the light gray I did before. And you know what? That's all this guy needed. It already makes him look way better. Covers up the black nicely. So I put aside the wrought iron and just started dry brushing a bunch of light gray, which means I just make sure I don't have a lot of paint on the brush and just apply enough that it appears on the surface but not into the crevices, so you can still see the original black underneath. Once that was completed, I began adding on some other extra details, such as a mark where the Space Pirate logo should go on the animal, as well as painting the eyes purple. Because upon closer inspection, or at least as well as I could see, Maximus and all the Space Pirates' main dinosaurs have purple eyes. I especially like this art that shows all of them with glowing pinkish eyes, which I use as a good excuse to repaint the eyes with color shift purple and color shift pink for the pupil. And that's it. Maximus was repainted and looked a whole lot better. But there's a problem. I actually did the light gray dry brushing before, but it all got scrubbed off when I brushed on the Mod Podge. Which means if I applied it again, it would all just vanish again. So it's a good thing I have this from the Seismosaurus repaint. With the power of spray-on Mod Podge, I can apply all of the paint sealer without losing any of the dry brushing. Of course, this took multiple sprays before it finally sealed in, and I had to wait each time for the sealer to dry before applying a new coat. But once everything was ready, it was finally time to unleash Maximus.
Sorry to sound like the stupid one, but what exactly are we doing out here? You want to tell him? Yeah, I got this. Lord Megatron wants to turn this planet, SP1, into a secret base of operations. Lord Megatron ordered us to investigate a planet full of organic material? Yeah. I mean, that's what Starscream told us. Wait, so we didn't even get these orders from Megatron himself, but rather Starscream? Is this another one of his plans to— Shush! What is it, Steve? We're not alone. Ah! Oh, Primus! What is that? No! I was 2 weeks away from retirement! Don't just stand there slack-jawed, shoot it! Steve, it's not working! Just keep firing! But nothing is working! Oh, scrap! Run, Steve! Save yourself!
Now let's take a good look at Maximus. Now, on the surface, you probably, honestly on the camera, he looks no different than what he did before. But there is a difference. It's mostly something you can only see in person. For starters, the orange is lighter. Not as light as the chomp I have, as you can see there. Chomp is still much brighter, but compared to... Actually, you probably can see. This was the original orange that Maximus had. And it made him it just looked too much like the T-Rex. But now you can, like the black T-Rex. Now you can see it's a much lighter orange, which is, again, like I keep saying, Maximus is basically Chomp's colors, but with all the black added onto it. And this looks a lot better. It actually looks a lot brighter, which helps a lot more. Another problem I had with it last time was the black, and just dry brushing, just all this light gray, really helps a lot. It just hides the black so much better. I guess you can still see the original orange underneath the scoots, but you know what? That's not really a problem. I have no problem with that. Anyway, the main differences is I have marked where the Space Pirate logo is supposed to be on Maximus, include which is the shoulders and the forehead. But I didn't. I was thinking of sculpting the actual plate that they add onto their dinosaurs, but then I decided against it because that would eventually get in the way of when I eventually add armor to this guy. Not this year, maybe next year, maybe the year after, who knows when I'll finally be confident enough to actually give this thing some epic spectral pirate armor. And the other difference I have was the eye. A red eye with a single black pupil. It just didn't look right to me. This, on the other hand, it just looks way better for a space pirate villain dinosaur, and it really gives the impression that Maximus is just fully altered to be the ideal partner of Sheer in her quest to help the space pirate finding the Cosmo Stones to take over the universe. Yeah, that sort of stuff. And there we go. Maximus is done. I think, I could go lighter to match more with Chomp, but you know what? I'm pretty much okay with this. I like this. Next time we revisit Maximus, hopefully, will be the time I give him armor. But that's all for this episode of Rampant Repaints. Thank you for joining me for the first episode of Space Pirate Month. And tune in next week to see Armadas's repaint, the first Earth dinosaur to join my repaint roster. See you till then!
Hey guys, thanks for watching the video from beginning to end. If you want to see more, subscribe to the channel and join the Zainreborn community. See you in the next one. Bye-bye! Bye! Bye!